Ramble.
Oh, you already know this podcast is brought to you by Shopify and Bubba Rose and Potluck and Papa Pal and the Try Guys and a million other businesses. Why so many? Because we're sponsored by Shopify, and they do everything they can to support the independent businesses on their platform. So they included said businesses in this sponsorship. You've heard us talk about Shopify before. We love it unabashedly because it just is the best.
Yeah, we use Shopify for our own merch.
Shopify is the all-in-one commerce solution designed to start, grow, and scale your businesses on your terms. Their mission is to make commerce better for everyone by supporting anyone who wants to start their own business. They make it easy for us to do business. We love doing business with them because we get to bring great stuff to you. See all the ways Shopify is supporting independence at shopify.com/independence.
That's INDEPENDENTS.
Shopify, supporting independence.
Thank you to Shopify, Blinkist, and Sleep Number for sponsoring today's episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all backgrounds, welcome to the TryPod. It's the official Try Guys podcast starring your fan favorite, Zach.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
America's most perfect father, Ned.
Let's do this.
Tall and big mouth boy that you love, Keith. Not you, Miles.
I thought it was going to be me.
You're not the big mouth boy. And the tall and average size mouth boy, Miles Bonsignore. Soon enough, we will be joined by Eugene Lee Yang, but he is in traffic. But we got to get started because it is Monday for us, as it always is. We just had an amazing romantic weekend. We're going to be talking about some of the amazing Valentine's Day stories, some of the stuff we tried this week, and I'm sure Miles has got some surprises and disappointments for us.
Keith, it's actually Tuesday, but it feels like a Monday.
It's Tuesday.
We had a day off yesterday.
It was President's Day.
That's right.
Which is George Washington's birthday, but it's also supposed to represent George Washington and Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
But,
they had changed it in the 1870s.
Yeah, and also the LA court system recognizes Lincoln's birthday as its own day. I know that because Becky is in jury duty right now.
Whoa.
What's the trial? Do you know the
I
deets?
can't tell you. I don't know.
on.
She can't legally
Come
tell me, so
on.
I know nothing.
One of Maggie's friends is facing up to 5 months in jury duty.
I thought you were going to say in prison.
No. She's on getting
Wait, in
called
jury
for
duty?
Yeah,
5 months?
Which for them were
no.
I'm trying to think of what big high profile cases are coming to LA that could last 5 months, and I got one on my mind. But I don't know. But you don't want to be.
Wait,
in
which
court
one
for 5 months.
is on your mind?
Weinstein.
It's not pronounced Weinstein.
Sure, it's
Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. Barry, get over
Harvey
here.
Weinstein.
By the way, my dog's here today. He's off camera for your video, but I'm gonna
He will be hitting all the mics, so
Boom.
you'll hear him.
Doggy just
crawling
hit the mic.
underneath the camera and shaking things.
Let's just hope that Eugene isn't bringing his onslaught of pups, because then it's going to be a whirlwind.
Dog.
I was gonna ask him, but I know basically anytime you ask him something, it's like giving permission. There he is. All right, Bowie, go say hi. Freak out.
So, Zach, you said that you didn't think I could raise Bowie
In the
lie detector video.
Yeah.
And that's
apparently
that's
I can't
harsh.
either.
Apparently.
Eugene, did you bring a full carafe?
Whoa,
of coffee?
Eugene, he's late, but he brought coffee. That's the best way to turn things around, unless it's empty and it's a prop.
I think there's about 2 glasses left in this.
Hell yeah.
From yesterday, so I'm
Ladies
just gonna
and
chug
gentlemen, welcome to the party.
From yesterday. What did you do
Pour me
yesterday?
a bowl.
I was
me a
doing
bowl.
Pour me a bowl
I
of
was
it.
doing some housework and had a lot of people there.
Bowie, get over
this
here.
wasn't. This is a group thing. Okay.
It is now.
It's a carafe.
It's your
I don't want it.
price.
This
it's
is
your
a
price for,
Starbucks coffee taste
Well, I was
Delaney.
coming out the door to get here at 9, but then since we had a delay, my mom said, "Oh, you don't feed me, so take me to a nearby cafe."
Oh,
so I had
wow.
to take my mom to a cafe because
That's
she's
a-
like, "Oh, you never have breakfast around here."
A big delay.
Yeah.
You went from
I went from
definitely
walking out the door to going.
You want
to a
some? Here
cafe.
you go.
Thank you.
Bowie definitely smells your 3 dogs and is going to be all up in your crotch.
Eugene, I gotta say, your hair looks amazing.
Oh, thanks. I get a haircut maybe once every 8 to 10 months.
That looks great.
Thanks. Yeah. People look at me and they go, oh, you look completely different, like a boy.
What'd you do?
You got a haircut.
What were you guys whispering about?
I noticed immediately and was waiting for the right time to bring it up. Miles beat me to it. It looks very cute. It looks round.
I think most guys get haircuts like once every 2 to 3 weeks to keep it trim.
That's not
We're
most
supposed
guys.
to,
That's
but-
A lot of guys
That's
do.
like news anchors.
I do more like the 5 to 6 week.
Yeah, I'm more a 5-6 week boy.
You guys ever heard that Seacrest rumor?
That he gets
Every
haircuts
morning?
every morning.
That Ryan Seacrest
Yeah.
wakes up at 5 a.m. and has someone to cut his hair every morning.
keep it trim.
What a life.
As he sleeps, I assume.
Yeah, I assume that he wakes up,
wakes
gets
up at
put
like
in a
3
chair.
a.m., yeah. I
think
Someone's
he's- no,
doing
I
makeup
think
while
he
someone's
lives
cutting
in
his.
a go-go gadget house, and his bed morphs into a chair, rides a little roller coaster through a little makeup gun series where he gets blasted, and then there's like little arms that come down, they cut his hair, and then it plops him into the back seat of a car where there's like a robo driver, but it's actually not a car, it's a helicopter, and it takes him to the radio station. He has a radio show every morning.
On the East Coast and the West Coast. How's he do both? How's he fly to New York every morning, then fly back
It's
down?
not
is
two
he really
different
doing
shows,
that?
is it?
I think it's 2 different shows. No. Maybe it's the same show. That'd make more sense.
He starts at 4 a.m.
I think
or 3 a.m. LA time to hit the 6 a.m. shift in New York. I think it's the
same.
same.
Yeah,
There's
makes
just
sense.
no
I think
way
it's
he
the same
can do
show.
it.
Can we go back to when Miles pronounced it as Harvey Weinstein?
It's Weinstein.
Well, yeah, that's the court case that is probably going to be the longest in LA right now. I mean, there's some others, but I don't know. That's the whole thing. They try to keep them secret. They try not to widely publicize them. That one obviously got widely publicized, so it's really hard to select a jury for it.
Is Cosby still on law? Is he breaking the law?
I'm
still?
sorry, what
did
did
you
you
just
say?
say?
Hey,
Is
Miles.
Cosby back in
Cosby?
Bob?
Cosby.
Oh, he's done. That's already
He's done?
That happened already,
Okay,
I believe.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah,
The whole
well, they're
court case
probably
happened last
moving on
summer, I
to
think.
like a civil
Oh,
suit.
there might be
suit.
more.
That's how they
cases.
get you.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that was fun. Let's stop talking about that. I had a great Valentine's Day. Let me tell you. Now, if you followed my or Zach Kornfeld's Instagram stories this weekend, you already know about this, but I got a party bus and got 10 of my friends to get in this party bus with me. We took it to Anaheim.
Well, back it up because on this podcast, you had very loudly publicized that we were going to Outback.
Yes.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen because they didn't take reservations. I had a whole hubbub. I was like trying to figure out what could I do? How could I bring something fun to my friends this Valentine's Day weekend? Because we'd gotten this big text thread that was very annoying, I'm sure, for everyone. Yeah. And I was trying to get everybody because no one would fucking respond ever. So I just kept having to bother everybody. But I was trying to plan something
It's a text thread
fun.
with 10 people, and
Yeah.
a lot of the numbers are don't have names to them. For
Right.
me, you're
For
the
you.
only one that has everyone's numbers. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to text this group of strangers. I don't want to burden them with my text
I
message.
just need you to say, God, yes or no when I ask questions. Yes? And no one answers for 4 hours. Like, I need to book a bus if we're doing this bus. Anyway.
It was a real commitment to the idea of how do we do a dumb Valentine's Day. This is this romantic holiday and everything is so expensive and all the restaurants are booked months out. And Keith said, no, we're going to do something stupid. We're going to do something social and it's going to be fun.
And I heard on the
Still
radio.
expensive, but fun.
I heard on the radio that the average couple spends $73 per person on Valentine's Day for dinner. So I said, great, that's our budget per person. So I got us a party bus that would take us down to Portillo's in Anaheim, which was so much fun. Zach brought his karaoke mic. We were just singing karaoke on a bus all the way down to Anaheim.
For those who don't know, what is Portillo's?
Portillo's is a Chicago hot dog and Italian beef chain that happens to have a few locations outside of Chicago. It's awesome. It's huge. It's delicious. And it was really special for me because every time I do get to have Chicago food now, it's like lunch when I'm visiting, whatnot. I never get to have Chicago food while a little intoxicated, you know? And it's a
because it's such a far drive.
It's a different experience to have it drunk. Your mouth just sinks into that sopping wet beef sandwich.
Because in Chicago, you would go out to a hot dog place like right next to the bar.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're just
Yes.
all over the
They're
place.
everywhere.
You know, every couple of blocks.
Windy City Euros is my spot.
A lot of our listeners probably don't know what a Chicago style dog is because I did not.
Oh, really?
Until I met
You guys
Keith.
got to get in on this. Okay, Keith,
Get it.
hit him with the Chicago style dog toppings. One.
All beef hot dog is where you gotta start. Then you're gonna hit it with some mustard, some raw
Boom.
onions, some
Yes.
relish,
Yes.
a pickle spear, 2 tomato halves, little sport peppers and celery salt on a poppy seed bun. Traditionally, it's a boiled hot dog. However, some people love that char dog.
It's great. I mean, I grew up thinking that hot dogs were kind of disgusting.
No, I think you got it. But I want to call everyone's attention to a whole ass pickle spear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a hot dog and then it has a whole quarter of a pickle on top of it.
It sounds gross to me, honestly, when you say all those ingredients out, because I think hot dogs are gross.
Easy.
And then this sounds gross, but it is genuinely like my favorite food in the world now.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind open. It's such a crazy combination on a bun. And it works in just this beautiful symphony. And
It's got vinegar. It's sweet. The celery salt really does a lot. It gets this like very interesting saltiness. The mustard gets that tang, the snap of the hot dog. Plus, for vegans, you can pretty much put all those toppings on it without the hot dog. It's still delicious.
Great. It's so good.
Right.
So we took this party bus down to Anaheim, and we get out. I mean, by the time we get there, I don't understand the legality that you're allowed to drink in a moving vehicle, but anyway, the bus is appropriately toasty, and we enter this Portillo's just with a hurricane of energy. And I'm not
What
drinking
were the other
anymore.
type of people that were there?
Well, that's the problem, Ned. Is that everyone else that was there was just like families at the local fast food place. They were just like, hey, it's Friday night. I got to feed my whole family. It's been a long week. I'm tired. And here we are rocking and rolling into the restaurant. We're vibrating on a very different frequency than everyone else.
We burst through the door. I mean, first of all, the party bus parks outside the door, so people can just watch this bus unload a bunch of heathens into their store.
I believe we were blasting Grease as we walked in.
Yeah. Well, we go in, we all order our food, we get our food, we're sitting on the patio, and a nice young teenager comes over and says, oh, just so you know, the patio closes at 10. I say, oh, cool, what time is it? Well, it's 9:59. And I'm like, oh, well, I mean, why didn't you just not let us sit? We just sat down. I was like, I'll give you till 10:15. I'm like, okay. And then we were there till 10:30. But it was really just because there's nowhere for us to go.
Right.
Like there was no room in the venue is actually the venue was very full of sad-looking people.
Is it a sit-down waiter type, or is it a counter type? You sit
counter
down?
call,
Counter
it's a fast
and
food.
sit down.
Oh, it's just fast food.
Yeah, shockingly, the other patrons at a fast food hot dog place at 9 o'clock on Valentine's Day weren't the happiest bunch. Was shocked to
Are
see.
you sure that it was just by contrast? Because I find it pretty hard to imagine that anyone at Portillo's is not happy.
You're right. They just weren't as happy as we were.
Yeah.
So then let me just round out the story real quick. We'll get through it. We take the bus back. We go to Archdistrict Brewing because it has skee ball.
Love that place.
We played one round of
Did
skee
you play
ball.
Killer Queen?
No, we only played
You guys.
one round of skee ball, then got right back on the bus and
And
then
we went to Miles's infamous Valentine's Day party as advertised on the podcast. Hit us with that address.
All right, it's 424-567. They come on down, everybody.
No, we drop by. It's very funny.
I bet 424s is the real beginning, though.
Yeah.
Keith, did you, most people when they come to my house, they see this. Did you get to take a peek at my closet toilet?
Oh, I didn't.
You
I
got a closet toilet?
heard about it.
It's infamous.
But I did not see it. I've seen it on an Instagram story.
Yeah.
But I should have seen it. Your party was full of people.
Yeah.
Miles, I want the truth.
What's up?
Were we welcome at the party?
Absolutely.
Yes, by you, but by all members.
Yeah. Who, did somebody mean to you? Somebody was mean
No one was mean. No one was mean.
I think everyone was a little upset that we rolled up in a party bus.
Just get a certain vibe, you know?
There was an energy as opposed to when I came to your Christmas party. That was wide open arms. Look, I didn't want to call it out, but I'm going to call it out. There was a moment where I'm like, we're our own little island nation within this party.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry it felt like that.
And one of your close friends, we were sitting by the fire.
Yeah.
I met her before, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Whoops. Was sitting around, and I could see her just staring at the congregation of people. Also, one of our friends does magic. And so he was doing magic on the bus. He was doing magic.
That was cool.
For everybody.
Whoa.
And she was just like, what's that all about? I think we were harshing the vibe. We were, again, the whole night, we were vibrating on a very
Harshing
unique
the vibe by
frequency.
bringing a magician.
Full disagree. The magician was amazing. First of all, that person, I may be able to name because she was beyond fucking stoned the whole night.
That explains that.
Yeah.
I thought either that or harder.
Right.
I was like, she could be on.
It was not that kind of party.
No, but I was like, she could be just on mushrooms, staring at a fire and being like, "What's that all about?"
She absolutely was.
Oh, nice. Okay, great.
No, you guys brought magic to the party. You brought joy. If anyone was mean to you, I'll freaking bounce them. I'll be like, guys, those are my bosses. Be chill to them.
My favorite thing was that Miles and his girlfriend had made Jello shots, but they made them in normal ice cube trays, which meant they could not hand them out. So they're like, what do we do? And I said jokingly, well, why don't you just scoop them out with a spoon and put them on a plate? And then they did. And then they're walking around with a platter of Jello shots.
So like shredded Jello.
Yeah,
Just
shredded
piles
Jell-O.
of Jello.
It's a beautiful thing.
It was very funny. I had a great time.
Thanks for coming, guys. It was a blast. Ned, Eugene, hope you guys can make it to the next one, you know? Ned, I'm super excited for you to come to my house. I know you're hesitant.
I always imagine that I'm not actually welcome.
You are welcome.
Because when I used to throw parties, I would invite my bosses, but I wouldn't really want them to come.
No, I want you to come.
But we're like the cool boss.
I want you
Well,
to
yeah, I'm not though.
Attention world, do you want to know my secret for being a smarty pants business owner?
What is it, Zach?
I am down with Blinkist. Blinkist is really unique. It works on your phone, your tablet, or your web browser. Blinkist allows you to read the greatest books in the world in 15 minutes or less.
Wow.
Blinkist takes the best key takeaways, the need-to-know information from thousands of nonfiction books and condenses them down into just 15 minutes that you can read or listen to on your lunch break, on your drive into work, while you're in the bathroom, perhaps.
Well, you know that successful people like business leaders are well known for reading lots of books.
Yeah.
Blinkist is made for busy people like you and me and everyone listening who want to get the main points of a book quickly so you can start using that information right away.
This isn't here to replace your reading habits, but it's here to supplement and allow you to experience so much more than you ever possibly could without it.
12 million people are using Blinkist right now, and it has a massive and growing library from self-help, business, health, to history books. Blinkist has the latest titles from bestsellers lists, as well as the classic nonfiction titles. We read Becoming by Michelle Obama. It was #1 on New York Times bestsellers list above our book, which we were totally okay with.
We were okay with that.
It is objectively a better book.
It is.
It's a great option to have if you don't have the time, but you really want the knowledge.
With Blinkist, you get unlimited access to read or listen to a massive library of condensed nonfiction books. All the books you want, and all for one low price.
Right now, for a limited time, Blinkist has a special offer just for our audience. Go to Blinkist.com/tryguys and try it free for 7 days and save 25% off your new subscription.
Whoa! That's Blinkist, spelled BLINKIST. Blinkist.com/tryguys to start your free 7-day trial.
And you'll also save 25% off, but only when you sign up at Blinkist.com/tryguys.
Eugene, how was your Valentine's Day with your lovely mother?
No party bus.
Mm-hmm.
I made her a salad, and then she made me listen to classical music for about 4 hours.
That's so fun.
But we basically had Valentine's Day on Sunday night. We all went to Korean barbecue together.
You came with my mom to Korean barbecue.
I feel like I was part of your family.
Yeah. Afterwards, my mom said,
Just me.
Not Ariel?
Well, we couldn't find a babysitter.
Yeah,
so
Ariel couldn't make it.
The
So it was just
babysitter was
Ned.
Ariel.
Ned just zoomed in, jumped in the table. It was nice. We ate a lot of meat. One of those situations where there were 2 Korean barbecue pits at the table. Me and Ned happened to be around one next to the vegan.
Next to a vegetarian.
And so we ended up having half of everything. Just me and Ned.
Yeah.
Without even talking to anyone else. We just snarfed it down our gullets. But then afterwards, my mom said, I guess maybe I like Ned most now.
Really?
That's huge.
Only because she said, only because I have now seen him a little bit more than other guys.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
oh,
it
like
makes sense.
literally just for an extra 2 hours.
Makes
Okay,
sense.
so your mom was here in the office last week, and you'll, listeners, you'll see her in a video, and maybe she'll pop up in a cameo in another. I felt terrible because she got here, but then we were running behind. Like, I got here at one point, and Rachel goes, we're 15 minutes behind, we gotta go. So I'm like, hi, how's it going? And I jumped right in. And there were these moments where she kept trying to talk to me, but I kept basically running away from her because I was being called to jump into filming. And then we got intoxicated in front of your mother whilst she watched.
Well,
And I
2 of
felt
us
like
got intoxicated.
We got intoxicated on a different thing.
Yes.
For video. This isn't just Mad Men office.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Oh, that also probably made Ned even more her favorite.
Yeah, let me just
Oh, that's true.
Because my mom
Spit it out point
came up to
blank.
me and said, ugh, is there the drugs? Are you doing is that legal? Are you
Basically,
okay?
Eugene
I was
brought
like, I
his
don't
mom
know.
over to watch me smoke weed, and it wasn't my favorite experience.
I mean, it didn't bother me at all that she was there.
Yeah.
But it was also, we were smoking weed, but we were also running behind, so we were furiously smoking weed. It was like, okay, I have to get high in the next 3 minutes. So
I gotta tell you, I want the entire backyard party moment to go on Patreon uncut because it was such a sequence of events.
Yeah.
I'm taking beautiful photos of Eugene and his mother. Then suddenly there's a big termite.
Ned
There's
stepped
dog
in
poop
shit.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Shit.
screaming.
Yeah.
It was just it. In my mind, it's a whirlwind, and I can only imagine what our neighbors thought.
1917 could never. Single take
Yes.
that. It is a story.
It's also shot in like 120 frames per second, so it's like there's like a lot of there's this one where it's really far away to Zach, and it just focuses in on Zach slowly waving with a very stoned expression.
Well, you know what's so funny is that we have these ideas for essentially comparing high and drunk in comedic scenarios. We had two that we filmed. We just say it. This is our podcast.
I think it's
listeners.
okay to say it. Yeah.
One was an Easter egg hunt, and one was math problems. And of course, math problems was the one that we added when we said we should get a second video out of this day where we're totally out of it. And of course, the math problems video is the one where we got like
math got out.
wrecked. We got out of control. And by the time we got to the Easter egg hunt, all of us were like, okay, let's go find some eggs and be
math
funny.
was so lit that we may never make that format ever again.
Like once we got to long division, all of us were like,
be like, well, let's not have another math video.
I think our company is going to be before the math video and after the math.
Video.
The aftermath.
The aftermath.
Aftermath.
Drunk
Aftermath.
versus high, 5th grade math. It was pretty crazy. I think it was because it was the first one we filmed. Because I mean,
Yeah,
we
we were
were
at peak.
we all felt this need because our production schedule was very tight.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you have half an hour to get completely drunk to the point of
Not
now
being able
you
to do
can, not do math.
And we also have, I don't know if this will even be in the video, but we have we shot an additional video. Did you guys know we shot a third video that day?
What are you talking
We
about?
did?
We shot
Don't fuck with me, Miles.
we shot a drunk spicy pepper challenge video.
You're right.
That I don't know.
Ned.
I don't
It
remember
was
this.
with-
Oh, now I do. Yeah,
with
okay.
Just Ned. That I mean, that's its own video,
That's
right?
definitely
Yeah,
its own Patreon
we were in my backyard and I was showing off the garden and I said, "Oh, hey."
No. We were in your backyard
The video was
and the
over.
video ended. We all yelled, cut. And then Ned goes, I'll eat this pepper right now. And then bit
Wait, we
into,
weren't rolling?
bit
we
into
were rolling.
literally.
They were rolling.
Oh, okay.
I re-roll.
Well, we
Oh,
called
reroll.
cut. The cameras go down, and Ned goes, "I'll eat this pepper," and bites into an entire pepper. And we go, "Ned, no!"
Yeah.
And we go, "All right, Miles, film him." And
Yeah.
and then you go, "Don't worry, I'll eat another." And you wander off to the garden.
You run to the garden. You pick up
Wow.
a what kind? Serrano.
Serrano,
pepper.
a whole Serrano
spicy.
pepper.
You very
Pretty much
confidently bite
one of the
into it.
spiciest.
listen, Ned's a young father.
I'm a spice hound.
He's a young father who's working out of his old house. We were filming at his new house. He had
lot
one
going
drink at like 10 a.m. and he was gone.
That's
Ned
true.
exited the building.
That's true.
And we were all like, should Ned? And we're like, nah, it's fine.
I don't
It's
think
fine.
I was gone. I thought you meant metaphorically. I
you were-
remember being on the floor of the old house.
Yeah, you were lit.
Keith, you also had an amazing Lou Burger show.
I
on
did.
Sunday.
Had a Lou Burger show at the Dynasty Typewriter in Los Angeles. We had a nice crowd. We also, for my try of the week, we performed a song we never performed before.
Oh.
It's about roller skating. It's a song called "We Don't Know How to Roller Skate." but
That
we're
was
gonna-
the
So
debut.
funny.
Yeah, and we opened the show with it. So it's like, welcome to the stage, Lou Burger, and we just
Yeah.
went straight into it. We're all on roller skates. We're in short shorts and crop tops, and it's a song about roller skating, but about how we don't know how to roller skate, and we're sort of pimping ourselves to do tricks.
Oh, no.
so
it
funny.
ends in like a kick line, and it just the whole thing is like a train wreck. But that's sort of the joke. It's very Lonely Island. It was super fun. The whole show went so great. Lots of fans came out. We have a show next week in Denver. If you're in Denver and listening to this, check us out. We'll be there. We're going there. Yeah, just one in Denver because we're going to NACA, which is like the sales conference. So if you are in college right now and you'd like my band to come perform at your college, let me know. I will do it. Yeah, it was really great, and we had very cool things. We had like some like Comedy Central sent some reps, and some other people. Like we had a lot of cool Hollywood folk in the audience. We may be meeting with Seth Green's production company. Like very cool people were there, and they loved the show. So that was awesome.
What was a brand new song as your opener?
Yes,
that's a bold choice.
It's a bold.
Show them how stupid it is.
To prove it to them that it was good at all, we had to produce it. Fully. So we have this fully produced song, and it's on this our second album that we haven't released, and we're like, well, we've never performed it, and we normally don't want to travel with a whole suitcase of roller skating gear to do one show in Colorado or wherever we're going that has like a tiny stand-up stage that won't fit us, but this one had the perfect stage, and we also were having our friend Brian Will open for us, and we thought, if we open the show, then we can leave the stage, and while he does his set, we can change, because that's another problem. We can't just sit on stage and take off roller skates for 8 minutes.
You did the number, then had a stand-up comedian, and then you. Yes. That's very funny.
Which is really how in Chicago I used to do my improv comedy group's shows. We would open the show and then bring out the opener, and it's a good way to like warm up the audience for the opener.
Oh yeah.
And that also helps if like someone's there to see you. They do get to see you, and you get to kind of vouch for the person who's opening for you as well. So they feel a little more like, I can trust this stand-up because
like the opposite of a Beyonce.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, I will open for the opener.
Let them see me first.
Yeah, it started, and also it was just such a big energy, and we wanted to start the show off on a weird, fun energy, and it worked out great. People loved it.
Are you guys good at roller skating?
No.
Did you almost get hurt? Like I would think doing a kick line.
We had to practice.
It's pretty hard, even if you're good at doing a kick line.
The only place we could practice this weekend was in Alex Lewis's parking garage, which is polished concrete, which is not a good place to practice.
Oh, no.
But I did have like flashbacks of when we did roller derby and being like, no, Keith, you know how to do this. You know how to skate. It's not so scary, but it is scary. Especially when you're on concrete. We had like knee pads, elbow pads, wrist guards, because it makes it look dumber too, but it also makes us safer.
Ned, you got to go on a phone call.
Oh, Ned's going to have to leave us. But Ned, you did so many cool things. You made a big old steak, and you had such cute adventures with Wesley, and you did so many cool things, and now we're not going to get to hear about it.
Let me see if this call is rescheduled or not, and then I'll tell you about it.
Whoa.
If not, you'll have to stay tuned for patreon.com/tryguys.
To
the
find out about
afterpod.
Yeah, the afterpod. It'll just be Ned's weekend.
Oh, very nice. Zach, did you have a try of the week this week? Was it?
I've been trying something out. Actually, this is a rare. This is not an event. I've actually been trying something new in my life.
Wow.
I've been trying bullet journaling. Have you heard?
Bullet journaling?
Yeah, also referred to as Bujo.
It really draws on
Bujo.
bullet bourbon, and then you write down your thoughts.
Is this is bullet journaling?
Ned's back. Ned, are you in?
Ned's in? Yep. Oh, sick.
All right, we
Good.
got bonus Ned.
Is bullet journaling like in the line of meditation?
No, not really.
It's called Bujo?
That's the abbreviation.
Gross.
Ew.
I mean, I don't call it that. I just know that some people are like, oh, yes, the Bujo. So
You already told me a little bit enough about it to make me be like, I don't know about this. And now I can totally see that the type of people that make it all pretty totally call it Bujo.
Yeah. Okay. So let me break it down. My friend Ashley Perez and I were getting lunch, and I saw her very organized notebook, and I find that I am a pretty scatterbrained person. Might be hard to tell by how articulate I am, but sometimes my thoughts are all over the place. And I've also found that all my notes are all over the place, right? I have my to-do list. I use my email as a to-do list, but then I also use Wunderlist as a to-do list. And I have notes written down. Then I have my notepad. And so it's all scattered. And then there's some days where I get in, like, if I have a really rigorous day, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. I don't have time to think. But then there are things that fall through the cracks, like, whatever, renewing my DMV appointment and all that shit. So what the bullet journal is just a very simplistic style where you have a key. So a dot is a to-do, a circle is an event. If you don't get to something, you do a little arrow, and that shows you like, hey, I didn't get to this today, I'm gonna put it to the next day. If you keep putting arrows next to things, that kind of is a way to tell you like, oh, I keep putting this off. Either I need to do it or I need to just get it off my to-do list because it's not a realistic goal. It's also really helped me see how much I do in a day and how much is actually realistic to do and how much is like, oh, I'm just burdening myself with too many things, and that's why I'm disappointed every day, because I've given myself just an unrealistic set of expectations.
So there's a to-do list for every single day, and you get to carry over the things you don't do.
Yeah, and I guess the difference, because like, look, it's not super radical. It's just an organized way to keep all your notes in one place. Mm-hmm. What I've really enjoyed about it is that everything is there and the same system applies for everything. So I have a page that's just for, broadly looking at the scripted ideas I want to do. And then I broke those out into logs for specific ideas of like, okay, for this idea, here are the tasks that I need to accomplish. You'll see on Pinterest and on Instagram, there's a whole Bujo subculture of people who deck these out and make them so beautiful and intricate. Mine is as minimalist as it gets. And actually, the first day I was kind of too terrified.
I do love looking at those gorgeous.
They're incredible.
They're gorgeous,
yeah,
but you got to think it's like a productivity tool that you spend, an hour every morning making it pretty.
Do you look who what?
In what world?
It's got stickers and shit.
But it's like
yeah.
Bujo.
I don't make you happy, or maybe just.
But
do
other
it for
people
the
like
Bujo.
some people do like it's so customizable. You can do like a pain tracker, and you can write a little calendar and go, how is my chronic pain on different days, or like your meal tracker. There's so many things you can do within it.
Does it make you more productive? Because I feel like I watch a lot of productivity videos.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think it makes me any more productive. I feel like I just am like, man, that's the world I'd like to live in. And then it doesn't help.
And then you realize you just wasted half an hour watching a
I was
video
like,
about productivity.
Could have been doing anything.
It's been pretty good so far. I will say though, this weekend I was like, all right, cool. I'll just do a 3-day weekend to-do list, and I loaded way too much on myself, and as a result I had that moment again where I just sat at my desk and stared at all the things I had to do and said, I choose none of you.
Yeah, it can be totally overwhelming. I think I fall subject to that a lot, where I'll put too many things on my to-do list and then be a little disappointed that I don't get all of them. What I've started doing this year that's been really helpful is I'll restrict it. They say 7 things is about the max number of things you can do in a day. So I'll do the 7 things that are like the most important, and then I'll also just have one thing that's like my focus for the day. It's like, if today I can only get done this, I'll consider it a success. So it's like that kind of, whenever you're like, I don't know what to do today, it's like, all right, but you remember this was like your priority for the day.
Ned, you're basically already a Bujo bro.
Am I a Bujo? Boo bro? Am I a boo bro? Oh my God.
I have seen your notebook, and it is not super far off.
I think I just like developed
it's
bro.
Independently invented a Bujo.
It's intuitive. It's supposed to be. The problem that I've also found, and if you are making a to-do list, learn from my mistake, is your to-do list your one bullet can't be this giant broad thing of like, finish the video. Like you actually need to break that down into tangible tasks. Because if it's so big, 1, you look at it and you go, fuck, I'm not going to do that. And then 2, it's not one of your 7 things. It's actually 4 hours of your day.
Zach, do you like it hard or soft?
Ooh, I like it firm.
I like it hard too.
Actually, I like it soft.
Oh, well, see, that's why we would need Sleep Number.
9 out of 10 couples prefer a different mattress firmness. From feather soft to firm, you can adjust each side of your Sleep Number setting so it's right for both of you.
I just bought one, but I didn't use this code, so I need to go back and use this code.
You bought it and did not use our amazing promo code.
50% off?
50% off, Eugene.
Yeah, I need to go back. It's like I don't listen to my tripod.
The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you sleeping comfortably through the night.
It's got adjustable comfort, partner snore technology, sensing movement, and sleep IQ technology showing personalized insights. The Sleep Number beds allow you to adjust on each side to your ideal firmness, comfort, and support. Well, I was already sold, but I'm going to go back and apply this discount code. It's 50% off on the 360 limited edition smart bed. You can save that now during the Ultimate Sleep Number event, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com/cadence. Once again, that's 50% off on the 360 limited edition smart bed during the Ultimate Sleep Number event, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com/cadence.
Get sleeping, y'all!
Eugene, you are busy all the time. Do you do productivity stuff like this, or do you just kind of like let it cascade into chaos until everything?
No,
is
I think I
completed?
thrive off of the chaos.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I feel like
all
that's
you
good
know.
too.
I get a lot of stuff done, but I usually preface it with whoever is around me with like, I will literally die if I don't do this. Get out of my face.
Right,
And then I'll
yeah.
go and I'll like cry a little bit. And I'll maybe like start pulling my hairs out slightly, but then I get it done.
Yeah.
But I need that feeling of the world is ending because I think it fuels me.
Yeah,
I constantly feel like the
you do a
world
lot
is
of like
ending.
staying up all night type of stuff.
Yeah, I like to do that too. But it's not like I'm not working when I get home. Like I'm always working on
Right,
something.
yeah.
But I do feel like I'm always dying as I do. But I think that helps. Like I think I'm also like someone who always procrastinated when I was young.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I was procrastinating. I was like not like watching TV. I would procrastinate by like drawing or writing. Like I would do other stuff and then I wouldn't finish things like homework. So when that would happen, it'd be like 5 a.m. and I'd wake up and be like, oh fuck, I got to finish this math quiz. But then I do better on it, I think.
Yeah.
See, I'm one of those people that's like, you just need to say, Keith, do this, and then I'll do it. But if you say, all of these things need to get done, I'll be like, yeah, okay, well,
a lot of
you're
stuff.
gonna need to figure that out. But if you say, Keith, will you do one of these? I'm like, sure. Yeah, you got it.
Keith is very good at just going for something, and I think to varying degrees, the rest of us. What am I trying to say? I know Eugene and I, especially on the further end of the spectrum, want it to be perfect when we do it, and then I think psych ourselves out from starting sometimes, whereas you just jump the fuck in and get it done, and then we have something to look at, and it's a very valuable
My
balance to
favorite
have.
thing is I will start anything and happily hand it off
Yeah.
to someone else.
And I love taking something and making it better, so it works
like,
great.
Just tell me what I'll start. Sure, I'll just write as much as I can. Like, okay, you make this better. You want to make this better? I don't know what to do. I wrote as much as I could.
They say sometimes like ingenuity is fueled by this feeling of unfinishing things, you know? Because like, for example, for my coming out video, I spent the entire single week I had to actually prepare for it,
Yeah.
choreographing it on paper. I literally drew out every single thing in choreography. But then when you get on set and you're the only person choreographing it, I had to change half of it in the spot, on the spot. And you have to always be kind of aware of that. I think sometimes moments where you feel like constantly that you are, one, never finished, and also two, you can't be locked down onto anything concretely. It makes you I don't know, a better creative person.
Yeah, I'm probably too far on the spectrum of like I'm very much like when I make unscripted videos, people are like, and what's gonna happen? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, something will. Like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, something's gonna happen. Something always happens. You go out in the world, there's no way nothing's gonna happen. Like when we did Chicken Watch videos, like Chris and I, like we'd be like, and we'll just find somebody in the Costco parking lot to give us their card. Like, really? He's like, yeah, we'll just find someone will. Eventually. And the first person we asked, she's like, okay. And then she went in and then she reviewed the chicken with us after. Yeah. It's like things will happen, but if you just sort of allow them to happen. But I also admire when you guys who are really good at pre-producing like story and like have beats. And I think your guys have better like clear chapter markers, but maybe my videos have more magic.
You definitely have I mean, I've been inspired by the magic that you've discovered. I definitely have taken your theory on video making to heart of basically real life is always better than what you write. And so even in the things that I structure very meticulously, leaving room for that Habersberger magic.
Yeah, but you do a better job of that like defined scripted beginning that really hooks people in.
Sure.
Whereas I just rely on that magic to be my cold open. I'm like, oh, hopefully that good thing I can just
get a
use.
good cold
Hopefully
open.
we find somebody funny. We always find somebody funny. Anytime we do those food adventures, you just find like when we did Olive Garden.
Yeah.
And that girl just came in and
Oh
tried.
my God, that's
like,
right.
People just, the world wants to have fun. You just got to let it.
I have heard that procrastination can actually be a really good thing for creativity because you, if you guys found this, that when you have your most insightful ideas when you're not thinking about anything else. So you can't just say, oh, I'm going to give myself like an hour and then I'm going to think of a really good idea. Like sometimes that works, but often you have to say, okay, well, I'm going to try and I'm just going to keep this project front of mind and I'm going to like have about 2 weeks in which I'm just going to be thinking about it off and on. And then like it'll just because it's there percolating, like someday you'll be struck with an insightful thought that you can, that oftentimes crystallizes the whole project. I love doing that where giving myself longer time than I actually need to do something and just kind of thinking about it for a while. And then when you go to actually do the work, you can just block off an hour or two and then just like just get it all done.
There's there's not a coincidence that people say they do their best thinking in the bathroom. Like for me, it's like on the toilet, in the shower, and those are like mechanical moments where I'm plugged into not thinking up here, but your mind is just kind of wandering. I have had almost ruined my phone several times jumping out of the shower to try and jot something down while I'm still soaking wet.
I just have the I can't fall asleep, and then I think of some really stupid idea and I write it down. I wrote a few down even last night. I've got some, but they might actually be good. You never know. One's called Stupid Big House. And it's a show where I specifically tour the dumbest, biggest houses of YouTubers, of YouTube vloggers. And they need to be in on it. Be like, so your house is kind of stupid though, right? Like you have a giant water slide from your upstairs window in your pool. That's stupid.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like Lifestyles and Rich and Famous, but it's just stupid, ugly houses of YouTubers.
I love that.
Do you think that people are aware that their houses are ugly and stupid? Because I don't think so.
I don't know. In college, I knew that my stuff was stupid.
I don't think they would call it ugly. Nobody thinks of their house
That's
as
true.
ugly.
I'm just not big
I
ugly
said
house.
ugly. That's true.
It's big
You said
stupid
stupid
house.
Yeah.
When you fill your house with balls, that's stupid.
It's stupid.
It's not bad.
That's
Stupid's
dumb.
not a negative term. I always need to clarify that. For me,
Right.
stupid is sometimes very
Awesome.
good.
Extra.
What's it going to take for us to fill this place with balls?
Oh, it'd be my dream come true. If you
Yeah.
guys
A lot of
filled
balls.
our office with ball pit balls and surprised me, ooh, I'd like it.
Yeah, Eugene,
Just telling
you're
you.
still in the saga of building your house out. They're still working construction.
Yes. What
How's that
stupid
been?
thing are you going to
Oh,
put
yeah.
What's
Oh,
new?
you
Are
definitely
you
have
gonna
room
put
for a
in
ball pit.
A slide?
No.
You have
What
room for
about
a
a
ball
doggy door? You could do
I
3
did
little
put in a
doggy
doggy
doors.
door.
A
You did
dungeon?
put in a doggy door?
Yeah, we actually punched a hole through the living room.
Wow.
And that's a doggy door.
But then the other day, he tried to leave the dogs there, and so he locked the doggy door, and then the dogs tried to go through the doggy door.
Kimbap kept
no.
running headfirst into it.
Oh, no.
And then they got scared of the
Isn't that
doggy
the
door.
point of
Yeah,
a
so it took
doggy
another
door?
2 days to retrain them to go out. Because it was the one day I came because I had to bring my dogs in the office a few
Yeah.
times because they couldn't. They've
Oh,
been running outside with the contractors.
I see.
So that was the one day I left them there to test it, and I put the doggy door up, and of course it reversed the training. Anyway, my small try of the week. Wait, yeah, I think I had one.
Yeah.
go for it.
Living. You know how you have a relative. You probably have a span of a dinner to a week before you want to kill each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to be together as adults to test it properly. I think with my mom, it's the first time I'm really with her. And I think our limit is like 5 days.
Yeah, that's a long
Yeah.
time with family.
I think moms and dads typically 5 days makes sense.
Yeah.
'Cause
By
you
the
forgive
way,
your parents a lot.
Yeah.
When my parents come, I have never once let them live with me.
Yeah, this is the first
It's
time
hard.
my mom has really been in the house.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not a chance. Not a
Yeah,
chance.
she never wanted to be in the apartment because it's too small. But with the house, she's like, "Oh, I could stay with you." So it's been a flashback experience in some ways.
Totally.
But no, what was the try? After we listened to classical music for 4 hours, she looked at me and she said, "Eugene, who the famous singer now? Who the famous pop singer?" And I went, "Oh, okay." So I started showing her videos of current famous female pop singers.
Ooh.
And her commentary
Let me guess. She
was
loved
the
it.
funniest. She did not, because she's like Celine Dion is her number one, and then followed by Whitney Houston. So she's a '90s diva girl. So I was just educating her on these are popular young female singers, and her comments were just, "See, name someone who's big."
Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay. So I showed her Ariana, and I was like, "This girl's like huge," and she goes, "Oh, she may be 12." She thought she was 12,
She looks.
but she
small.
didn't like her voice.
She has that nasally voice.
Well, I said I was like, she's one of the best songstresses of our generation. She goes, "Oh, she's not Celine Dion."
In your generation, no good.
She's a breathy, beautiful, powerful voice, but it's not the style my mom
What
likes.
about Demi Lovato?
Oh, she
She's
thought
a
she
bit more.
Yeah,
know,
she said
Demi
maybe
can
she a
breathe.
little.
Belty.
She says she more rock maybe. That's what she said.
I
She
love
is a little
Demi.
like punk.
Yeah, she says she likes Lady Gaga now because of Star Is Born. Then we watched some of her old videos, and she goes, "Oh, she was a little like Andy Warhol." And I said,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
that's
not
pretty
off.
good.
Yeah.
Not off." She said Nicki Minaj confused her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said Rihanna, she didn't feel much towards, and I said if I was straight, that's the woman I would want to marry. And she goes, "Oh, you make pretty baby." So that was good.
That's a good.
Yeah.
I mean,
She
anyone with Rihanna. would be
Really,
pretty
she
big.
really didn't like Miley's old stuff.
Like,
You know, it's
bangers?
weird.
What about our new stuff?
It's weird when
stuff's
you.
pretty edgy and
It's
weird.
weird for us when
Like
we watch
Wrecking Ball?
things. Well, you forget that a lot
What
of people
Miley
are like,
did she not like?
it was Wrecking Ball and we Can't Stop. It was just like clips
Yeah.
of their biggest songs.
Wow.
And you forget that as young people, we see like a lot of skin, which
Yeah.
you just get desensitized to. I'm just like, oh yeah, what a cool outfit. And my mom's just sitting there going like,
Oh, so you showed her
everyone-
the videos.
Yeah, she was watching the videos.
Yeah, that can
she
be
was like,
jarring.
oh, they're naked. Oh, she's naked now. Oh, she's very naked. Wrecking Ball, she's like
Yeah,
actually
she's
naked.
very
naked.
naked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want more of the country disco pop Miley that we got a little bit with that "Nothing Breaks Like a Heart" song. Like that, I thought like this is a
That was real good.
great like style of sound. I want more people to be making country disco pop.
That was there was a quick little trend because Casey Musgraves had that
Yes,
sound
yeah.
with High Horse. It's not quite country, but Mitski with Nobody is like it's like sad pop disco, and it seemed to be a movement. And I don't know if it's gonna keep cresting, but I agree with you. I love it.
Cool sound.
What about Timber? Does that count as country disco pop?
I'm yelling timber.
Like catch it.
Yeah, no, I would say that's more.
That's
I guess it's not quite disco,
we call that. It's more electronica.
but
Yeah.
but
got
I like
country,
it. But
it's
I
got
like it.
pop.
But I like it.
It's got Pitbull.
Here's a question. What
Three
is-
things I need for a perfect Tuesday night.
What is all of your favorite song right now?
By Pitbull.
By Pitbull. No, favorite song right now that you're like listening to, you can't get out of
Ever
it.
since the Super Bowl, I've been listening to On the Floor, just on repeat.
Yeah, that's Shakira.
No, J-Lo.
That's J Lo. Okay, cool.
I don't know what my favorite.
I think mine's probably Dua Lipa's new album.
Hell
And
yeah.
Physical is like, I put that on every morning.
I still haven't heard
Because
it.
it's got this like great 80s synth meets like 2020 vibe. And I'm all about Dua Lipa.
I cannot believe how much I love Don't Stop Now. That's what it's called, right? I'm on the Dua train hard. I'm all about it. I feel like a standing is beginning. I
Well, you know, speaking of British pop songstresses,
Sure.
because I was sitting there kind of offended just because I'm a millennial and my mom's a boomer and she just kept bringing up Celine Dion, who obviously has one of the best voices in history. But I was like, you know who's going to seal the deal for my mom? Adele. I'm going to show her Adele.
love
It's
Adele.
right when she starts singing, she goes, not very good.
What song?
Hello.
What?
Set Fire to the Rain.
Wait, this is an Adele shirt, actually.
Yeah, literally every Adele. And she was like, oh, no, she's kind of maybe like soul singer more, not as good range.
Wow.
Because she's not Celine Dion or Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
It's weird. She's like from a different generation. They really focus on the Mariahs and the Whitneys, but she was not into Adele.
I can't wait to give as little fucks as your mom.
Oh yeah, my mom gives
That's
zero
awesome.
fucks.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
Zero. Oh, the funniest. God, can I ruin one of the lines from the video we shot?
Sure.
Yeah.
So my mom has this thing where she doesn't know when she's being a rude mother. Like, but she doesn't do it because she's trying to be rude. Like, she met one of my really good friends for the first time in person who she's seen a lot, and the first thing she says to her is, "Hello, you look much skinnier in person." Like, just right off the bat, which
Whoa.
implies you don't look skinny in photos.
Right.
Which I'm like, Mom, you can't say that. It's like, but my friend had a good humor because she's Asian, so she doesn't care. But the first thing she said at our
I guess that's
special
better
video,
than you look bigger in photos.
yeah, it's better. The implication is better. But in the first thing she said in our video where she played our dating show, which is going to come out, was she goes, I'm like, oh, what do you like best about each Try Guy, or which Try Guy would you want to be with? And she goes, oh, I think maybe each of them has one thing very nice. They combine, make perfect guy. Like Ned, he is family man. I like so much. Keith, oh, he's so funny. Such a funny guy. Zach, yeah, he is there.
It was like perfect sitcom writing.
He is there. ... And so cute. So she was thinking he's cute, but I think she just like couldn't. She just expressed it in a way that made it sound like she was throwing the
was
worst
phenomenal.
shade.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
Yeah.
It
We
was like
couldn't
drag
see her.
queen
We could
writing.
only hear her.
Yeah.
So we weren't sure if she was like just pausing to like gather her thoughts or something, or just it sounded like
it was
just
good.
Yeah, it could
a
have
real
been, on
drag.
the other side of that divider, it could have been her just saying he's there and Eugene going, give us more.
Yeah, no, she's just accidental comedy.
Yeah,
That's
she's
her
funny.
brand.
She's
Yeah.
funny. I also like. She looks like. She kind of looks like Lucille Bluth when we're sitting and we're shooting, because she sits in another room. She puts on
sunglasses, yeah.
that inside, and she's looking at her phone and she's just scrolling.
Yep.
Silently in sunglasses, sitting very upright and like proper, and just just scrolling.
Like
it
a
is-
queen.
But she doesn't like come in wearing sunglasses and keep them on.
No.
After we're done filming, she puts the sunglasses back on to be on her phone.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah.
star.
Awesome.
But it's so funny because anyone who has seen Parasite, which they should see Parasite, go watch it
good.
now. Because it's on iTunes Movies. It's on. You can rent it.
Yeah.
I told my mom, like, you are literally the mother from the rich family in Parasite. And she was like, no. Because the first thing she said was, oh, I never see, I love Parasite. All Korea love Parasite. I never see those basement houses ever. None of my friends have the basement house. And I was like, Mom, because none of your friends have that house. But what's crazy is the poor family, the dad is literally my dad. So they came from those two, literally representing the both sides
Wow,
of,
that's like
of the cultural
the
spectrum in
fantasy
Korea.
end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
He did it.
Yeah, my dad's gonna murk my mom, I guess.
Well,
But yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah.
yep.
Anyway,
Well, if we don't want that to happen now, do we, audience?
Sure
But-
don't.
Oh.
But we do love how ways we can improve our lives, right?
Yeah.
I hope you've got 4 minutes to listen to an intro song because I can't imagine it's gotten shorter. This is advice that will go for miles with Miles
Bonsignore.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Tune into your radio
Almost go to the bathroom
station.
during this.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Everyone get ready.
Miles Nation.
have a water break.
I know.
We all sing it.
Miles Nation.
Yeah.
It's
Advice that'll go for miles.
Oh, it's still going.
Isn't there a breakdown?
Feels like it should have been
Advice
gone.
that'll go for miles.
I'm Ariel Fulmer, and this is advice that will go for miles.
Not
What's up,
you,
Miles
Ariel.
Nation? How
Hold
you
on,
guys
wait a
doing?
minute.
Hold on.
Ariel's voice is
Wow.
great.
That was an amazing.
Why don't we have a voiceover agent for her?
Jesus.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
She sounded like the radio station woman who's
Yes.
like has
Yeah.
a sexy like you're listening to
Yeah.
NJ.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
listening to the TryPod.
I've never been more sure of anything. She should be doing
Wow.
voiceover. Oh my God,
Can we
that sounded
play
great.
that last little bit?
I mean,
Just
Ariel's
again?
very
that last
attractive,
little
but
bit
that was
again?
like the most attractive I've ever felt.
Can I guess, Miles? Did
wow.
you have her like secretly film that in a hushed tone in the bathroom when we were filming at Miles or at Ned's house?
No, but that would have been funny.
Because it sounds like she has a little secret. there.
Yeah.
I think that Wes
That's
is probably
part of it.
Wes is probably sleeping. I just texted her and she recorded it on her phone.
Wow.
Can we hear it again? Let's hear it.
Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
Ariel's-
I'm Ariel Fulmer, and this is advice that will go for miles.
Pretty good.
That was good.
Pretty good.
Can't even be mad at that.
No.
All right, what you got, Miles?
What's up, Miles Nation? How y'all doing tonight? Do you want to have the sexual appeal of a fertile horse in heat?
Nay.
Okay.
Do you want to look like a sex?
It looked like sex.
Do you want to glisten with the diamonds of 1,000 lovers twinkling off your dinkle?
Whoa. Okay.
Get new jeans.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he's right.
Thought he was gonna say vajazzling.
I was feeling ugly. And I went to the mall and I laid my eye on a pair of jeans.
What jeans?
Gap.
Oh.
Gap jeans.
Those jeans fit me terribly.
I'm wearing Gap jeans right now. They're the Gap skinny black jeans. And honestly, I feel good in them. I feel fresh. I feel clean. My old jeans were kind of like the elastic had just kind of worn out. They had gone too far. And there was a big hole in the crotch.
These were the jeans that you were wearing at your party.
No. Oh, no, I was wearing those jeans at my party, and you told me there's a hole in them.
Yeah, so Miles sits down across from me, but he's elevated, and so his legs are spread, and there's just a giant hole on his crotch. And we go, Miles, how'd you rip that hole in your pants? And he drunkenly goes, because my dick's too big. And he said that to my girlfriend, Maggie.
That's true. You know what's funny? That when I got new shoes is because you maybe made fun of my shoes. They're fucked up. And then I got new pants because you told me there's a hole in my pants.
Well, yeah, your shoes also had like several holes in them.
Yeah.
I worried about your posture and,
my
your
posture's bad.
foot support.
Yeah, that's true. But now I got new jeans, and I feel like getting a fresh pair of jeans. I also bought a bunch of new clothes, and like getting new clothes really makes you feel sexy and like you can fuck.
The clothes make the man.
Yeah, clothes make the man.
True.
And
Confidence booster. Is that a new shirt?
This is a new shirt.
There you go.
This is from H&M.
About that.
I feel good about it. Here's my hot tip. Eugene, tell me if this is fashion ready. Okay.
Why'd you laugh?
Okay, here's my tip. Jeans from The Gap. Shirts from H&M. Pants from J. Crew.
You can't wear all those things at once.
You mean like slacks?
I mean like slacks, but not necessarily
Non-denim.
not pants, not dressy necessarily,
sure,
but
sure.
pants, Ned.
Yeah.
Pants.
Chinos.
Chino.
Now, jeans are pants, but not all pants are jeans.
Is that
correct?
is that
Boom.
fashion
We
ready?
can all agree on that.
Oh, rectangle square right there.
Is that fashion?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's not fashion.
Okay.
I think fast fashion
Yeah.
and the more affordable brands have fits now that fit. Like, you know, I think they were all like maybe a year behind, but Gap has skinny fits now. Like, that looks good on you.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
What do you mean? It's a brand preference. It's not fashion until you like make a combination with it, or that's you're saying like Gap has the best jeans.
I'm saying as a fact.
which is
Yeah, I would say.
is that a fashion fact?
Oh, if I go to Gap and I get jeans, am I making a fashion faux
No,
pas?
you're fine. I mean, you know, you could get jeans at Target and they could probably fit fine.
Yeah.
I think, I would say H&M tops. I would
got
prefer
great
to get the tops there.
Right, and the pants
'Cause
at H&M
they
not
destroy after a few washes. They're not very high
right.
quality, but they have a diversity of tops, which is nice.
Exactly. Fast fashion.
Yeah,
on
I
a
would
dime.
actually advise to save money and invest in a sick pair of jeans, like one that fits you perfectly, really good quality.
okay.
Take care of it in the wash so that you can have. Like, I have jeans that's like 3-4 years old.
I didn't want to crack this
Yeah.
open because it's such a can of worms, but I've been trying, one of my tries is to move away from fast fashion for a couple reasons. One, because the ethics behind a lot of these companies is really quite sad and fucked up, and these clothes, the clothes are made. We're not going to go there, but also for that reason that they fall apart if you invest a little more. And now I realize that's a luxury and a privilege to be able to invest a little bit more. But if you do that, it'll save you money in the long run because you have good pieces of material that aren't going to fall apart on you.
Another good tip is to get invited to a photo shoot and just leave with the clothes they dress in, and then you got cool clothes, aka what Ned's wearing.
Anyone notice
So if
my sweater from somewhere?
That's cool. It's a good sweater. If I'm looking for
I thought so as well.
a splurge jean, if I want to invest into a nice pair of jeans.
Madewell's a good brand.
Madewell's
and
good
also
jeans.
what's good about Madewell, if you bring in any old jeans, doesn't matter where they're from, they will give you a $20 gift certificate in exchange for those jeans.
And they recycle the denim.
That's cool.
Pay it forward.
Yeah, so like that is like, and they're just they source theirs better. There's just a nice little company, but it's an expensive company. But that's why if you have old jeans lying around, instead of sending them to Goodwill, you can actually take them. They will actually recycle the jeans.
We had this conversation this weekend too. Do you guys know that you're not supposed to wash good denim?
Oh yeah.
How crazy is that? You know
What are you
what else?
supposed to do with it?
Freeze
You're
it.
supposed to put it in the freezer. So if you wash denim, I'm not talking your Gap denim. No offense.
No,
I'm
that's fine.
talking your high quality raw denim, and I don't even know what the fuck raw denim is, but it's raw. You're not supposed to wash it for, I believe, 6 months to a year, and it's preferred. And I don't think you're supposed to dry it ever because apparently maybe there's like microplastic in your jeans.
Don't put it in the dryer.
If you put it in the dryer, you ruin your jeans. They're fucked forever.
Most of your clothes you shouldn't put in the dryer.
Yeah, which is the worst now. As my clothes have gotten a little nicer and I'm moving away from fast fashion, I'm hang drying everything. It's a nightmare.
Laying it out on a sheet on the floor
Like
because
a
they're
fucking
sweaters.
idiot.
You can't fucking stretch them.
But jeans, yes, you're supposed to put it in the freezer to kill the bacteria, but then as Miles and I were discussing at his party, it's like, my stains aren't, like, I get ketchup on my jeans. I'm not worried about, bacteria just from my legs.
Tikka masala doesn't freeze out.
You know what? You know what my real advice would be?
What's that?
For the advice giver?
Yeah.
Is when you go, I mean, outside of the fast fashion, debate, try to buy the item that's just like one step outside of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
because you'll never get out of the comfort zone as a guy, especially if you don't start adding those pieces. Because at first you'll be like, oh, this shirt is like a little crazy of a print. This will be my crazy shirt. But then you should have a few crazy shirts become your regular shirts. And, you know, people really appreciate it, but they don't really notice as much as you think they do. That they're like, oh, Eugene's wearing that yellow shirt again, the sweater. You know?
I love that yellow shirt.
Oh, thanks.
I'm very into that color right now. I want more items.
Kind of like a bright mustard.
Yeah, it's just these gold, these rich yellows.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
But otherwise,
mustard.
yeah.
Ooh.
Otherwise, a lot of my friends always end up buying
Put my spice in
the
your
same
mouth.
jeans over and over again,
Yeah.
and the same crew necks, and the
feel that.
same like Henleys. So, yeah, Miles, let's go shopping together. I'll take
I would,
you.
Eugene, I would love that.
Son, would you like to go shopping?
I would adore that. But one thing I found that, and I'm not like a fashionable dresser, but one thing I found that really.
But you have a great body.
Thank you. That's Eugene.
You're
That's
so tall.
so nice.
No, I didn't mean that in a bad boss way. I meant that in a you have industry standard. And Keith had
Thank
this
you.
problem too for being tall. But when
It's
you're
hard.
tall, you just look better in clothes.
Thank you. And one thing I did though, make sure that your pants fit. I feel like when I was unawoke, pants did not fit at all, and I was wearing 2 sizes too big, like 1 size too short, and it was not a pretty time. But then I had a fashion friend.
You
know
got
what?
you got
You know what?
you got woke.
I got woke.
what your actual size is probably like 33, 36s, which can't exist.
I'm right. These are 34, 34s, and they're pretty good. I have to. My torso and my waist ratio is weird.
Yeah.
So like these pants are too far below the belly button, so I have to really pull them up. But then my dick gets caught.
I know what you're doing. I also wear 34, 34s, but I'm really more of a 33, 35, but that's
Yeah.
not a thing.
What would we call that video if we took turns for a week? We all styled Miles. We each got a day where we got
that'd be
to.
funny.
Just call it Style Miles.
Yeah, Try Guys style their employee
Yeah,
is the generic title that gets most people in. And you have a picture of Miles dressed in goth clothes because that's what I'm dressing him as. I love Goth Miles. I want Goth Miles back. Goth Miles is so funny.
Miles, another question for you.
What's up?
Your last name. I called you on the telephone.
Yeah.
It went to voicemail.
Uh huh.
Your last name is not pronounced Bonsignore.
It is
Well, then why on your voicemail you pronounce it Bonsignore?
because people don't like. I don't know. It's hard. Right now I say Bonsignore because that's like
What people say.
what
when they read
people
it.
say when they read it. But it is like Bonsignore is like this.
But it's also like when you go to a nice Italian restaurant, they're like, the cavatappi. And you're like, okay, yeah, I just want the pesto cavatappi, bro.
exactly. It's
But
like
you could Americanize the hey, I'm Miles Bonsignore.
yeah, but even that is not like it's half. It's a
Yeah.
half measure.
So
So
I think he's Canadian. He's saying he's Miles Bonsignore, eh?
hey, Bonsignore.
And I think you just get tired of
Bonsignore.
correcting people.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
And my relatives from like Rochester, New York, they are like the Bonsignores. Like they don't even say it like Bonsignore.
Bonsignores.
The Bonsignore.
The Bonsignores.
But you know what's so
Good
weird?
Rochester impression.
I've mentioned this before. Any Asian last name you've ever said that is A-N-G is not Ang. It's
Yeah.
Ong.
Yeah, how about that?
So it's not Wang. It's Wong.
it's Yang.
My last name is Young.
Yeah.
That's how the
Yang.
pronunciation. But no one will ever say that when it's anglicized with an A. So
Right.
it's like, why? None of us care. We're like Andrew Young for president. No one's gonna say Young.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Gong.
that's a big
Yeah,
one.
no, we're Young Gong. We can
Yeah,
say
that,
Yang
that
Gang.
seems more inappropriate when we say that.
Yeah,
What was that
'cause
hashtag
it's-
again, Keith?
Yang Gang.
there we go.
Yang Gang.
Yang Gang style.
I did see Lulu Wang, who's the director of The Farewell. Her last name is spelled W-A-N-G, but she made a point to correct people during the award circuit.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. She's dating
Barry Jenkins.
Barry Jenkins.
What
And I
a
was
power
like, what a
couple.
power
Director
couple
of
right there.
Moonlight, director
They're
of The
amazing.
Farewell. That is
Crazy.
like the coolest. I want to be their child.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
know
The
if you-
brain you would inherit. Like I want to go. I'm saying I want to go back in
Yeah.
time. Sorry, mom and dad, you're great, but I don't want you. I want them as my parents.
I
And
bet
I'll
they
be-
Bojo.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
No,
they're
they
dialed
procrastinate.
in.
They
They
procrastinate.
procrastinate.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening to another episode of The TryPod. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon at Try Guys. It's all at Try Guys. Also, tryguys.com. Get yourself a new hoodie or a copy of our signed book, The Hidden Power of Fucking Up.
Or the new Always Bet on Gay t-shirt for a limited time only.
It's like it might already. It's like this might be your last
think this
chance
is the
to
la-
get it.
yeah, the
So
last day.
It's going
Very
away.
limited
You can get
time.
the always been
Very
on game.
limited. And then, are we doing an after pod today? Are we doing post-cuts or no?
Yes, we will. Yeah.
And then if you want to listen a little bit more, check us out on Patreon right after this. We'll be posting a afterthoughts, a post thoughts. That's what it's called. Try Guys Post Thoughts podcast where we talk about some of the videos that came out. So we're talking about the lie detector video and maybe some other things real quick. Just a nice little 20, 30 minute after pod. Check us out over there. Until next time.
Keith, hit us with the official TryPod theme song.
Oh, you know you gotta double it journal every day and live a better life. TryPod.
Can we just sign off with Ariel's soundbite again?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go.
I'm Ariel Fulmer, and this is advice that will go for miles.